Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. Today I thought I would I have a little pile here, and I've already prepped and got things started. I thought I would make some cards using my little cowgirls here. And I do have duplicates, but that's okay because card making, you're not going to send the same card to the same person. But I mean, take a look. These are two different papers, and take a look how differently they print it out. That's basically why I'm using these to make cards with, because I'm not real keen on the printing. I didn't use the proper paper when I ran these off. Kind of wanted to see the size of them. When I first started my Cowgirl journal, I wasn't sure how big they were going to be. So these are just I'm going to call them aftermarket images, and I'm going to put these on the cards. And I showed you in a previous video the Not Too Shabby. I'm going to be using this Cowgirl up. I first saw the ephemera and the paper over on Biddy Penny. She had done, I think it was a couple months ago. I think it was in November. Where she had created some cards using the Cowgirl Up paper, and I fell in love with it. I really, really liked it. So I went out and got me some. And then this is the ephemera that goes with it. And I'm just going to dump this all out here so I can pick and choose. But I do have a video on this. It's just a little show and tell, but I'm showing you and telling you now, so you don't have to go back to see it if you don't want to. Okay, so there's all kinds of fun little, really cute pieces of ephemera. I love these boots. So I thought I'd have a go at this and play. And I also grabbed some nylon, okay? And this is white. I had originally grabbed some gold, but it's just too dark. So I thought I would actually try to play with this and maybe put some around the images to soften them. I do want to keep, you'll notice there's a border here. I do want to keep the border. I just like that look. I didn't want to cut it right down. I thought it would look a little odd. So and I hope I'm not shouting. I feel like I'm shouting. So again, I went ahead and I made some cards. These are what, A4 size. And all you have to do is, if you have an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, which, let me get something other than white so maybe it shows up a little bit better. Let's grab this blue. Now, let us grab, does it really matter, Barbie? I'll grab this yellow. This bright, sunny, summer, fun, scrapbooking beach color. If you have an 8.5 by 11, all you have to do is cut it at 5.5, all right? Then you're going to turn your paper and you're going to score it at 4.25, okay? And then that gives you these cute little cards. So I have pulled some papers from the pack. I matched up what photos I thought would look nice with everything. So I have it all set and ready, and I think we will just dig in. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to do. So I guess that's half of the fun. This is the extra one that goes with this. I did 2 of each because that's just how it works out. When you cut your paper, you get 2 cards. Then I had a lot of fun today. I was watching Pixie K Designs, and she had some embossed paper, and I thought, you know what, that's something I haven't done in a long time. And I want to revisit some of my old friends and my really good crafting companions that sit over here on the shelf that I just ignore, and I miss them. So I got out my little cuddle bug and the little embossing folders, and I just went and I embossed. This is homemade paper. This was made by my sister-in-law, and I really, really, really like, this is just one sheet of, actually 2 sheets of paper. I didn't realize there was 2 sheets until I put them through the embossing machine, but this paper is so soft. It's made out of all different fibers. You can see the fibers here, and some little petals. And it really went through my machine great. Okay. So yeah, this one says happy birthday. Okay. So I thought I would do a little ripping and tearing and using this on the cards as well. So yes, this is a little bit darker one, and what I will do in here is I will put a cream colored piece of paper in here, probably on each side, and then that way I can stamp a sentiment, and then I can write a little something over here. I'll put the sentiment here and then write something there. All right, so let's get started here. I don't even know where to start. It's been so long since I've made a card or anything that, oh, let's see. Do I want to do I'd like to do, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to I'll do a little ripping because I can use these pieces if I can get this to rip. Sometimes I think my desk has a little curve in it. We just have to do a little bit more. All right, and then let's put these aside because those I can use down the road. Maybe if I do this here, this will be good. And I'd love to have a little bit of this hang over, but I have to think of the envelope as well. So that may not. Let's see here. Let us start with her. And I want to think which side I want to put. I think Biddy Penny had done hers on 5x7 cards, so she had a little bit more room to put her embellishments. So I may have to look for something. I think these come in, yeah, these come in different sizes. So here's some smaller boots here. Let me separate because the larger ones just aren't going to do the trick. I have to go with smaller. So I'm kind of hoping, all right, there's a smaller one, that some of these smaller ones do have flowers with them. But I guess if they don't, that's okay too. Small. Is that a small one? Yeah, that could be a small one. So I think this is it. We'll grab these hearts as well. I think most of them are mostly the bigger ones. I don't really want to use a horse. All right. Sorry if I'm sniffling here this morning. We got about 6 inches of snow, and the girls are dying to go out. And I know the minute I let them out, their legs are gonna be full of snowballs, and they're just gonna make a mess. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm gonna get this, and I don't want to forget. I also want to use some of this. So I hope everyone is doing well. I have recorded this early. While you're watching this, I am most likely sitting in a chair with my foot up. I've had my surgery, my foot surgery, and I am either in pain, or I'm icing my foot, or I'm sleeping. So take your pick. I don't know the condition I'm going to be in, but I do know that I wanted to get these videos done because I didn't want to go the whole month of January without videos. All right, so I'm going to, let's work with this here. I'm wondering if I could bring that down a little bit. And I know exactly what I'm going to do. Let me just snip this just a tad. So if I have this like that, and I have this like this, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this. Oh, let's see here. I'm going to just take a chunk because I really don't know how this and I feel like I'm all thumbs today, so excuse me. I think I'm going to take this and I'm going to stitch this on there like that, and then I can grab an embellishment and put it right down on here. So let me get this. I didn't plan on doing any stitching, but I do like this like that. And I may just tack this down because I would like to have this stick up a little bit. So let me just stitch this on my machine and I'll be right back. All right, so I have this sewed. I brought the camera down a little bit closer so you can see. I did do a zigzag in the middle, and I just bunched this up on each end and did one there just so it lays a little bit flatter so it doesn't really look like a butterfly. So let's get this glued down. Let's do something. And hopefully my... So yeah, so we had rain last night, or actually all day yesterday. And here we go again. I'm so sorry about this. I've never apologized so much in my life as when I use this glue. I have had suggestions of some other glues and tips. So thank you to everyone who commented on my misery with these tips. I'll definitely check into that, all of that. But we had rain all day yesterday. And then, I mean all day. Then we got snow on top of that. Can't do it that much. We got snow on top of that, and that was no fun. We've received about 6 inches, and we have a slate roof, and it sounds like thunder. It's because it is warm this morning. It's about 38 degrees. It's supposed to snow until 11 a.m. We have pipe cleaner trees. It's actually quite gorgeous outside. So, but you can't do anything with it. You can't snow blow it. It's just awful. All right, so this here, I'm going to just tack down in the middle because I don't know how I'm going to be putting the embellishments on just yet. And I want to leave this opened here a little bit. And I know I may actually put an eyelet in there as well. I think an eyelet would be pretty. So let's see here. I don't want to do a hat because she's got her little hat on. I could do a little bit of cowboy boots, but I don't know if I like that. And I think I'm going to cut a little bit more. I don't know if I want to cut more white off of these. These are bigger. I wish these were a little bit smaller. Of course, that's not bad. I like the boots like that, but I'm going to cut a little bit more off because that's just too much white for me. Let's see, I think I'll use these. So the rate I'm going, I really don't know how many cards we're going to get done today. So I do hope everyone is well. And life is treating you good. Yeah, I think this will be much better. And now that it's January, well, now that this is being filmed in January, I'm definitely going to have a lot of time to catch up on everyone's videos and comment, because I'm going to be I don't know if I should talk in the present tense or you know, like it's already January, or all right. So I like that. I think that looks much better with a lot of that white off. And I think that's another thing. It's kind of like when you go into a store and you see a dress hanging on the rack and you're like, I don't know, I don't think that's for me. And it's like, try it on anyways. You know, that's if you come across an embellishment that does have the white around it, and it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't look right. Cut some of that white off, and I think it might make a lot of difference. I know, I think this just did here. And we'll put that right there like that. Move that just a little tad. Oh, I like that. That's cute. And I think I will add just a little tiny, maybe I won't even put, maybe I'll put a brad there. Let's see. I have some little brads with that are stars that, you know, when you think of the West, you think of the sheriff. And so I've got some really cute stars here. Let's just take some of these out. And these come in different sizes, but maybe a little star right down here. And I'm going to take, I'd like to get a little bit bigger copper one. And of course, the larger copper one is stuck in there. Okay, all right. And I think that would be cute right there. Let's push these. So I think this will be our theme, okay? Using the stars. And so let's put that there. And where'd that large copper one go? Right here. Okay. Just don't want these to, there. Oh, I think that's cute. And I am going to add a little touch of glue right here because I don't want that catching on anything, that little piece here with that brad in there. There, so there's our first card. Isn't that cute? And I think I'll make a couple more, and then what I'll do is I'll come back and we'll do the inside. I'll show you how I would do the inside of these dark cards. But I think that's really sweet. So we have that one. I won't do another dark one. Let's see. Let's do this one. And I thought these papers were really pretty together. So, oh, this one, I kind of like to use this happy birthday with a Swiss dot. But I'd have to bring that up a little bit. And I could cut her out. I could put this as a background. I just want to look to see if I ripped it. I can use, if I ripped behind and I cut her out, that might be kind of fun. If not, I can always run another one. So let's do that. Let's cut her out. This is kind of a dark shadow here, so I have to be careful. We have a braid going on here, so, and I think her hat comes up around here. So again, if something doesn't work or you're restricted on size, cut it out. I do this a lot with my family scrapbooking, especially if there's like 4 or 5 photos I want to put on a 12 by 12 page. Well, of course, if they're all 4 by 6, they're not going to fit. So I find some of the boys, especially when they were little, you know, if they're hugging each other on the beach, or, you know, just a really cute photo, but you don't need a lot of the messy background. You know, say like there's condos or something if you are on the beach. Cut the photo out and put it down towards the bottom of your page. So see what, that makes a nice, it just makes a huge difference as well. When you do cut, when you cut something up, then you can see more of the paper. It adds a little bit more to it. So I'm going to rip this here. And I really do enjoy making cards. I just think that you can make a much nicer, more meaningful card and give it to someone if you have the supplies. I love watching Biddy Penny and what she does with her cards and ideas. I'm going to crinkle this up a little bit. Just to give it a little more roughness around here. But I do have other card making videos on here. I make my girlfriend every year for her birthday. I make her a dozen. Of course, this year I made her, I think, 2 dozen, or in 23. I made her a couple dozen birthday cards. Well, actually, their birthday, their sympathy, thinking of you. She works in a hospital, and she has a ton of friends. I should say acquaintances that she, sees and deals with on a regular basis. And she's always sending cards. She sends a lot of sympathy cards because she runs across a lot of people that have passed away in the hospital. And I love making the cards for her. It's just, it saves her, like I said, it saves her so much money because she really does send a lot of cards, or she'll hand them out. So I'll have to give her a couple of these. Because I know she would think that they were really cute. And there was one day I was in Hobby Lobby talking to a woman, and she was in the aisle, same aisle obviously that I was in, looking for goodies. And she's come to find out, she was a big card maker. And she has home parties where she sells her cards. She invites people in. And she told me that the one card that she makes the most of and that sells the most are sympathy cards. And she says she likes making sympathy cards because people do not throw them away. They'll toss a birthday card in the garbage. They'll toss a thank you card. They'll read it, and then there it goes. A lot of people don't keep cards. And she said sympathy cards people keep because it's usually, regarding a loved one. They don't want to throw it away. And I thought, I said, I didn't even think of that. So if you're a card maker, and especially if you sell your cards, I would beef up on the sympathy cards. That's just my 2 cents. Okay, So I want to add this here. So I think what I will do is I am going to try, and let's see, I have a large. I'm going to ink this up just a little bit, if I can. Just so it shows up a little bit more. We'll see how that works. All right, and then what I think maybe I will even, I think I will do it on the top. So again, I'm going to stitch this, and I'm going to have this come over and around a little bit more. So it's actually coming across the brim of her hat. Let me stitch this and I'll be right back. All right, so I have that stitched on here, and you can see I just have it in the middle. We're going to get this sweet little gal on here, and I'm thinking I probably should have done that a little bit more up there, because see, the brim of her hat, I could always put a sentiment on the bottom. And then I think what I will do, I'm going to bring this across. And I'm just wondering if it will, oh, I want to use glue, but I don't want to use glue. Maybe I should just tack that down a little bit, just one or two quick stitches on the machine. If I can get this around. Well, you know what? I think I may try, I don't know, I just don't want it gunked up. What do you think? I think I will just run oh, golly gosh, folks. What do I do? You know what? Let's try this. I know it will dry clear. I hope. This is where I get a little nervous. I think that'll be fine. I think that'll dry clear. If I don't keep picking it up. Excuse me. All right, I think that'll be fine. I think that will hold just fine there. We don't want to watch glue to dry, because it's like watching water boiling. All right, so now we're going to put this down. Oh, can you imagine if I did that backwards? So we have our happy birthday there. And then let's look down. I don't know. I wish there was some sayings. But I may have to find a little saying or something for the bottom. Maybe I could use a little Tim Holtz. I could put a little star in there. I don't think it needs any of these larger. I don't want the hat. Maybe I could put the star right over here, and that would hold that down a little bit. Let me go get a Tim Holtz pad, and we'll see about putting a little saying on here. All right, so I grabbed this Tim Holtz pad. This is the Clippings sticker book, all right? And I like the colors in this. You're supposed to, I guess, be able to put phrases together. I haven't been able to do that yet. But I have the stars are always shining. And I thought I think that is just really true. Because if you really stop and think about it, the stars are always shining. And that fits just lovely right there. And I'm not going to use the heart, but I am going to use, well, I think I will, because I want to use a brad, but again, I can't put it through. So I'm going to take a little bit because it will show on here. I didn't think about that until just now. So I'm going to cut this down. And then what I will do is I will put this through. You'll see. And then I'll just glue it down. So I could put it right here, but I want it on this. I would like it right there on that back side. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to, and again, this will help hold this down a little bit. You're probably asking, well, why is she using all of this beautiful mesh here, whatever you call it, and then holding it down? I'm thinking about the card when I put it in the card. Whoops. There like that. Now I can just take and I can glue that down like that. And you know, I think instead of gluing, I'm going to use a pop dot. And then that will give it a little dimension. And I think I have a little round one in here I'm going to use. And I think this will be that'll work out really well. And then I'm just going to put it right there so it just pops up a little bit. See that? And I think that is so sweet. Very, very cute. And then I can put a sentiment in there. So we have this one and that one. All right. So I think you have a good idea how to use these really cool embellishments. So let's do this. Instead of making another card, let us, I'll show you when I have dark paper, okay, how I do the inside. So a lot of times what I do is I will take a piece of paper and I will put my my saying on it. Now you can have a stamped saying, you can write out a saying, whatever you want to do. Depending on weight, if you want to use regular typewriter paper, you can use that as well. There's in that awful typewriter paper, printing paper. This is a little bit heavier. You can put that in there. If you use regular copy paper, it may show through. I don't mind. I don't have to have anything antiqued in here or anything like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to, what do I want to do? I would like to use a stamp. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this out. I'll see if I want to, if we want to do both sides. The other thing you can do is you can make it like they do in the stores. You know, you could run a little bead of glue down here. Maybe we'll do that. And then when you open it up, you know how sometimes you open it and the paper is there? We could try that first. Or you could just put, that would be cute. You could put it in like a little journaling card. And we could still use this here. So this is 5.5. So we'd want to cut this down a little bit. Maybe make it 5 inches. Let me cut this down and then I will tell you the dimensions to cut. So cut your paper 5 by 8 because this is 5.5 by 8.5, okay? And it will give you a nice little border inside. And then, so we got 8, so you're going to crease this at 4, all right? And then after you score your paper, just make sure that you score it. So I scored it here. You're going to fold it like this. That way you're not going, your paper isn't going to crease and rip. So here we're going to have the inside of the card, okay? So when you open it up, you're still going to have that nice border. And we will tie this in here. I think that would be really cute. And then we'll have a little bow on the side here or whatever, okay? So I should have looked for a stamp. I'm going to see what I have, a nice birthday sentiment, and we'll get that stamped, and I'll pull some thread. I can do that now. That we can tie in here. And you want it to be, I have a big thing of thread here, but you want it to be thin and a little more pliable. I wouldn't use anything. This is like a jute. I wouldn't use anything like that. You're not going to want to use sari silk or burlap. You're going to want to use something rather thin. I have this here. I don't know if I want to use that, but I have that. What else do I have? These are short pieces. Let's see. Oh, let me see. Here's a pretty, no, we don't want to use that. It has little pom-poms on it. That's a jute. We don't want that. A jute would be really cute because it is Western, but I think, don't want that. I think it would just be, it would be too much. I don't really want the white, okay, on there. So let's see if I have anything else. Oh, I have this here. Maybe this, something like this or the gold. We have this one here. Maybe that one. Okay. We can use this, and that's hemp. All right, we'll put this back in here. All right, let me get a stamp, and then we will finish up this card. I grabbed my We Are Precision Press. because I love using this for my stamping. And I cut my paper 8 by 5, 5 by 8, however you want to do that. And I'm going to line my paper up here, the index of my card. That makes sense. And I pulled out some greetings. So I have a birthday greeting. I have a happy birthday. I like to say happy birthday. And I think I'm going to use the happy birthday one. I also have these that are from Fun Stamper's Journey. Your special day, happy birthday. But I think I like, for this card, I like the looks of this happy birthday here. So we are going to use this one. And I really enjoy using this tool, because if the stamping doesn't come out properly the first time, I can stamp it again. And you can get it all lined up as to where you want it on your card. So I'd like it right about there, all right? And then I just bring this over. Okay, and that gets picked up there. And then I just double check before I ink it up. I just want to make sure that, and I guess it would be easier also to stamp before you crease your paper. If you do score it beforehand, take a little bit of washi tape just to hold it down. And then that way you're not moving it around and it's getting all funky on you. So that's good like that. And I think that'll be fine. So I'm going to use my VersaFine on this. So I'm just going to ink this up here. Bring this down. And there you go. There you have your happy birthday. I'll get that little, my eye didn't, so this is why I like it, because my eye didn't come out really that well. So I can go back and on the eye right here, I can try to get that eye again. And if not, I can use a little, yeah, that eye isn't going to come out. For some reason, it's not picking it up. So I'm just going to take my black marker. I'm not going to mess with success. And I'm just going to dot that right there like that. All right, and then you can take this off. There, and now we can get that. We will get that in the card with our, so that way when it's opened up, it looks like that. Very professional. So we will do our little hole. And where is my, and again, because it's not a junk journal, you don't have to do it, high end to end. I'm just going to do it kind of like right here in the middle. We'll do one there. And we'll do one here. There, okay, so now we have our holes. Let's get our hemp. Cut a nice little piece here. I'll bring this through. I can get that through there. Come on. This may not. Remember how I said I felt like all thumbs this morning? I know this will go through. You could always put a little dab of glue on this, I would think. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because here. Maybe it's just not opening up enough. I think that's my problem. And I think maybe if I cut it at an angle, that might help as well. There we go. And this one I will cut at an angle. All right, and then this we're going to have to make sure that's round. We'll get this in. Remember earlier when I said, like, I feel like I'm all thumbs today? I think I am all thumbs. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough, tough, tough. I won't use this again, but I am bound and determined to get this in here, so I'm going to see it through. I'm going to see it through. I am. I may have to break away. Let me finish this off camera. Well, that was like wrestling with an alligator. I would not use this hemp again. I like the looks of it. However, it frays so much that it's hard to get through these holes. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do a bow. I think I'm just going to do, we'll just do a little knot here. And we'll just kind of let it hang there. I'd like to get it a little tighter. My goodness. I'm really sorry, guys and gals. This is just taking so much longer than I expected. Get a little bit tighter. There we go. Okay, that's better. And then I'm just going to snip this and call it a day. I'm going to go a little bit longer. I don't want to do it too awfully short. I'll go a little bit shorter. I'll go a little bit shorter. There. There, okay. All right, there we go. And I probably could have had that. I'm not going to do it now. But I probably could have had this on the inside. And I could have had it. I could have had the little knot on the inside. But that's okay. I think that looks cute there. So that is it. Then they do fit really well inside these little invitation envelopes. Just like that. In you go. And then we have this one here, and this will fit quite nicely inside here. I will stamp in here later. When I get all the other cards done, I'll go through and stamp everything. You may need a little bit. What I would do if you were mailing something like this, I would have the post office hand cancel it for you. But if you're going to put one on a gift box or a, present or whatever, they're fine just like that. So that concludes today's videos. We made 2 really sweet cards using the Cowgirl images and not too shabby ephemera and her papers. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, I'd love to have you give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And for those that return on a regular basis, thank you. I appreciate you all, and have a great day. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.